we didn't think anything could possibly go wrong.
It was pretty freaky.
Yeah, that was pretty scary to see someone there. Well, got no idea how that happened. We're a bit spooked. Well, we didn't expect our time in Granada to end quite like this. Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm John.
And we're Bucket List Travellers.
In 2020, we got stuck in Nicaragua due to the COVID pandemic.
We rented out a beautiful colonial-style home in Granada, Nicaragua for a year and felt very safe and secure in this tranquil home. In 2021, we decided to resume our travels to discover the vast beauty of Nicaragua. After travelling throughout the country for 5 months, we returned to our home in Granada for one last time. 2 days into our 3-day stay in Granada, we woke to the sound of a home invasion.
So this has been an interesting couple of days. We came back to Granada, to our home here in Casa Agualuna for one last time. And on our second last night here, we were talking about how much we love this place, how much we didn't think anything could possibly go wrong and nothing could ruin our fond memories of this place. And then something interesting happened.
So Jay also recorded her thoughts in the moment last night. Let's go to those now.
Oh, that's irony. We were just about to film a video on safety in Nicaragua and we've just had an intruder in our home. So it's about 2 o'clock in the morning. An intruder came through the garage. We called out and they fled. John saw them. They ran away straight away as soon as they heard us and saw the light go on. The garage was left wide open, so somehow they managed to get in through the garage door. Got no idea how that happened, but this is a rental property and I heard that 2 sets of keys had been lost by the previous occupant, so maybe someone just found a set of keys and managed to locate the property. We're safe. It doesn't look like anything's been stolen, but we're doing a sweep of the property. It doesn't look like there's anyone here still, but we're a bit spooked.
So it was about 1:45 in the morning. I was woken up by a few sounds outside our bedroom and I turned around to see a silhouette of a person with a mobile phone light peering into our bedroom
window.
Our bedroom window. It was pretty freaky. And with Casa Agualuna, there's a lot of security. The walls are really high, there's barbed wire fence around. It totally took us by surprise, and thankfully we always lock the doors, even the door to our bedroom every night, just to be on the safe side. And thankfully we locked it that night, and so the guy didn't get in, and I yelled at the top of my lungs to scare the guy, and thankfully he ran out of the house. I followed him for a minute or two afterwards, and he'd left the house, and
That sound there is bombers, by the way. They're fireworks, not gunshots.
It's normal. That's Granada. Find the garage door just wide open. So he got out, and we think that he had keys to get in through the garage.
There are 3 doors to the garage. There's a metal door, a wooden door, and another metal door. And he got through all 3 and left the locks sitting in the kitchen sink. That was pretty scary to see someone there and then to not know whether or not there was still an intruder inside.
Oh, gee, that was hairy. So I was going around each room checking to see whether there was anyone still there. That was pretty hairy. Thankfully, there was no one. They just ran straight out. It did feel to us like it was premeditated. They got in the house, they unlocked absolutely everything.
They had an escape route.
They had the escape route planned. Yeah, and thankfully, nothing we can tell was taken. None of the equipment that was in Casa Agualuna, none of our own personal belongings either, because it was all in our room, thankfully, our main bedroom. We were very lucky.
Yeah. Break-ins are a potential risk in Nicaragua. Now, I guess that happens anywhere in the world as expats. If you're in, a really nice home, you are potentially a target. Most people have barbed wire, and a lot of people have dogs as security as well. A lot of people have metal grates on their windows and doors and stuff like that. So most people have security measures in place, and I'm sure Casa Agua Luna is going to up their security going forward. It's pretty scary, and it is a risk that you need to consider. In saying that, you can get robbed anywhere in the world. Generally, from what we hear, most people are just opportunistic thieves. They're not in it to hurt anyone. They're just in it to grab stuff. And if you spook them, chances are they'll go. But it's a risk. This isn't the first robbery we've heard of in Nicaragua, but there are definitely things that you can do to minimise your risk, such as having a dog, having all of your entrance ways secured with metal and with barbed wire and that sort of thing.
Don't leave your personal valuables lying around the house either.
Yeah, make sure that you secure all of your stuff. Never let your guard down, I guess.
If you don't have a lock on your bedroom door, a cheap and effective alternative security measure is to put a rubber wedge under your bedroom door. Door wedges cost only a few dollars and are easy to pack if you're travelling, and will stop an inwardly opening door from being able to be opened from the outside. We've included a link to a door wedge you can buy online in our video description. This is an affiliate link, which means we may get a small commission from any sales, which helps our channel at no extra cost to you.
And it definitely helps if you're a light sleeper. So thankfully John was, and things didn't get more hairy than they were. It still shakes you a bit.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you experience anything, then go to the police.
We didn't have the number of the police before the home invasion, so we had to wait until the next morning before we could get in contact with our property agent and then get that number. We recommend you have the direct number to the local police on hand, and make sure the number that you have is current. For emergencies, the number for the police emergency line in Nicaragua is 118.
We were told also by an expat group to go to Channel 5 news station and they might report on it. If there are any robberies or any criminal activity, be sure to report it, because the police do take it seriously from what we hear, and it just means that anyone following you, like any other expats that decide to live here, it's going to be safer in future, hopefully. Just stay safe out there. And tonight's our last night in Granada. It's ended on a bit of a stressful note.
That all said, this is the only time that we've been in Nicaragua in the last 18 months where we felt unsafe. Okay, so it's just one isolated incident. We feel perfectly safe walking around during the day, during the night, pretty much anywhere.
To put the crime levels in Nicaragua into perspective, according to the OSAC government website, the reported overall rate of robbery in Nicaragua in 2020 was 139 per 100,000 inhabitants. This compares with a lower rate of 98 for the USA, 120 for the UK, and a slightly higher robbery rate of 143 for Spain. The numbers we got for the USA, UK and Spain were the 2017 numbers from the Global Economy website. Numbers for Nicaragua weren't available on the same website, so we couldn't get an exact like-for-like comparison. But this should give you a reasonable idea of the relative risk.
These things do happen from time to time. You just need to be aware, but you shouldn't let it rule your life here. And we certainly don't want to cast any negative aspersions on the country. Nicaragua is one of the safest countries to live in Central America, but just like everywhere, there are always going to be risks around crime, and crimes of opportunity in particular.
We hope you found this video about safety in Nicaragua useful. If you did, please give it a like. If you have any further questions about Nicaragua safety, then let us know in the comments. For more helpful Central America travel videos, make sure you subscribe.
We are Bucket List Travellers.
Signing off from Casa Agua Luna for the last time.
See you next time.
See ya.